Hey guys, it's Danae again. I'm hitting you with part two for my military mini series. And I'm in the same outfit because I'm doing all of my videos in the same day. They might not go up in the same day, but that's what we're doing. So in the first video, I focused on more so once you just get accepted into PA school, what are some military options, right? Now, another thing that you can do is once you are actually finished with PA school, at that point, if you decide that you would like to serve, then you can kind of look at the different branches and see what's available, right? You can look at the Air Force. I will say that the Air Force notoriously is a little bit more difficult to get into. Sometimes if you don't meet the height and like weight requirements, they won't even talk to you. So I would see I see the Air Force being a little bit more selective. I don't know whether that's a good thing or a bad thing. The next thing is the Navy. There would be opportunities with the Navy, and the other thing would be the Army, right? So there would be more than ample opportunity with the Army. One of the things that you kind of have to think about is you can come out, be a new grad, and you can go to, being an active duty provider. And I met someone, she finished PA school. She did all her initial officer training, and her first year as a PA, she did military medicine overseas for the first year. And if that's something that you're interested in, it may be you're young, you're not married, you don't have children, that might be a good option for you. And even if you are married and you have children, you can pack up your husband, your wife, your whoever, your kids, and why not spend a year in Korea, or or go to Germany or something that best fits you. Now, I can't speak to a process that I haven't been through, but basically the way that they do it is they can you kind of get a wish list when you're thinking about where you can go. And if you do decide to go active, and I'm going to more so focus on the Army. Say you decide to go active, it doesn't have to be an international deployment. It could be stateside. You can, maybe there's a state or an area that you really like and they have a slot for a PA. That might work well for you and work well for your family. Now, there are options. Now, I think when it comes to being a military PA, a lot of people just think about, being active duty. You're a full-time Navy PA, or you're a full-time Air Force PA, or you're a full-time Army PA. But one of the things that I will say to you, just because you're in the Air Force, you're going to think, oh, you're going to be a flight PA. No, you can still, be in primary care, running clinics every day, taking care of the service member, taking care of their families, seeing a large volume of patients. So sometimes people think like, oh, I want to be learn flight medicine. The Air Force is the best thing for me. You can literally go into the Army and become a flight surgeon. And I'm just going to use that terminology loosely, because if you're not familiar with the Army, you're not going to know how all of the terminology means. It doesn't mean like you're a surgeon. No, we're still PAs, but that just means that you're certified to do things like flight physicals and other things like that. And with that role, you have to have flight time. So you get to go up in the Black Hawks every month, and you have to meet a monthly requirement. There's additional training past your introductory officer training, past your AMED training, to be able to be one of those people. So don't think that, oh, just because you're in the Navy and you're full-time, you're going to be trapped on a ship, or just because you're in the Air Force, you're going to be practicing flight medicine. Everyone's military experience is very, very individual. So just because one person has a good experience and one person has a bad experience, it doesn't mean that your experience will mirror that person's, because there are so many roles and so many people inside the military institution that makes it work. You really have to make the best journey for you and the best decision for you. So I'm coming up on my 5 minutes. I will catch you guys in part 3 of my mini military series. Also, if this is helpful, just like or thumbs up if you want to.